Yeah, definitely feel free. Feel free to have a, you know what I'm saying, get a water.
The hospitality, dog.
I was like, I just show up and be like,
You brought a water from Kazi's?
yeah, I did.
Can we start there, please? Avery just told me the funniest shit you might be aware already.
Yeah, dude, I can't say that on the pod.
Yeah,
All
you
right, so
can.
look,
I can say it.
we're gonna say it.
I heard there was a
'Cause look-
fine gentleman out there.
No, dude.
No, not that.
Beverages. Oh, I thought you were talking about Kazi's having roaches.
That's what we are talking about. And the only reason I'm bringing it up is because I seen one like last time. No, the first time I was there, not really the first time, but the first time in a while. I got some food. I'm eating my food at the bar. No, you were there that night too. Remember there was a roach that crawled by the stage by the comedian, and he made a joke about it. And it's like me mid bite eating my sandwich, bro. Like, yo, was that a roach? Yeah. I'm like, bro, I put my sandwich down. Like, bro, fuck it, bro. I'm not even gonna eat this shit. And so yeah. So then after that, I was like, I'm never getting food here. Then I came back for y'all that one night recently. I got some fries. I was like, I'm gonna get some fries. But now Avery's like, she took it to the next level. She said it was a roach on her plate.
What?
Crawling on her plate. I'm like,
There's no fucking
what?
way. That sounds comical
Hey,
as
you want to hear
fuck.
something?
I'm like,
crazy?
bro, the
Brandon, were you
nerve
there
of
for
this
that?
roach, like to really.
Laid in between the fucking sandwich, like, bitch, I'm
Were you
sleeping.
there? Were you there the night that they had a mouse run across the floor?
Yes, it
And
was
that
this one-
old black lady said,
You're like,
"Oh hell
"Man,
no, bitch!
they
They
got
got fucking
rats."
rats in this
Yeah.
motherfucker!" And they were like, "Tracy,
Miss Dawn
shut
almost
up."
beat
And she
that
was like,
bitch.
Hell no, no! They were like telling her to be quiet, and she's like, "You can't fucking make me be quiet.
I
Y'all
was there.
motherfuckers got rats."
Now, was it a
That
mouse
was
or a
like
rat?
pre-
It was a
COVID.
mouse.
That's different.
And they had-
Mouse could be cute.
Dude, it was a little. It was a.
They had a whole like.
But she fucking.
It was at
lost
least
it.
5 minutes, dude, of just
She
like this.
jumped into the air.
Oh
Yeah.
hell no!
I won't forget that because then Pabon went up there and the first thing he said was, 3 blind mice.
Yeah.
It was, dude,
Perfect timing, dude.
pandemonium.
There was nobody better to take the mic next. Like,
It was absolutely fucking dude. It was so funny though. They were yelling at her. She's like, "Y'all trying to make me be quiet because I'm telling the truth. Y'all motherfuckers got fucking rats in here, bitch."
like she's some kind of like fringe conspiracy
Yeah.
theory.
Yeah, I was
You're trying to quiet me for telling the truth.
They were like, "That was your mouse. You brought the mouse." She was
Fucking
like,
queuing on
Yeah.
for rats.
"Dude, they're
Nah,
making
that
the
shit had
mice
me weak,
gay."
man. But
Yeah,
yeah,
they
so you
are.
okay? So you just
Fucking
had your
Alex Jones.
So you just my bad. So you just had your first hosting night at Kazi's. You know what I'm saying? We'll put the jokes aside, but it's like, yeah, how was that? How was fucking hosting that shit?
It was awesome. When I got there, I found out that they double booked the host.
His fly was down the whole time.
Yeah, it was. I had my peen out,
You had your what out?
my little roach.
Wait, what?
He had his roach out, dog.
Yeah, dude. It ended up on Avery's plate.
La cucaracha.
She ate it.
Wait, what are we talking about? Are we on the same page?
He's calling his penis the cockroach.
La cucaracha.
Yeah.
Ya no puede caminar.
Ya se puede caminar.
So they double booked the host.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then they were like, well, I guess you can both do it. So basically, like,
That's why I didn't get to do time.
yeah, he was supposed to do a guest spot, but they were like, man, just get the fuck out of here. We don't have time for you.
Yeah.
They
So
told
are
me to
you?
get out, and then I stayed the whole show.
He did.
Hell yeah.
Is it double booked for tomorrow too, or just?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole week.
So what do you mean? How is it host? I thought you were like, aren't you the one going in between comics, like like introducing people and stuff?
So basically what they did was, I guess they made a mistake and double booked the host. But since I already, like, me and the other dude both made plans, they were pretty much just like, all right, well, look, he's going to host the first show, and then I'll host the second, but we'll both do time on each show. So, I mean, time is time on a show at a comedy club. So it's like, whatever.
Yeah.
still
Was it like a paid?
Yeah.
Was it a paid gig? To host?
Not, I don't know.
No.
I didn't get paid tonight.
Yeah.
But they don't. If you get paid, it'll be tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they don't pay you up front.
No, that's crazy. So is Kazi's like the fucking hub for comedy in Newport News? Is it like the biggest spot?
In Newport
In
News.
Newport News, it is. It is. I mean, they've been around for so long that it's just like, I mean, yeah, they're definitely the best comedy spot in Newport News, without a doubt.
Yeah. And I know, isn't there one in Virginia Beach too?
The
Funny
Funny
Bone.
Bone.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bone.
Yeah.
That's better, right? Or like bigger, I think, than Kazi's.
It is bigger.
We don't gotta say better. Bigger though.
Yeah, Kazi's
No,
booked
it's
me,
better.
so they're good.
Funny, but funny. There's a difference. Like the Funny Bone is part of a chain. The Funny Bone's like one of like 16
Right.
clubs.
I mean, they've got a lot more money going
Like
into
across the
Funny
nation?
Bone.
yeah, it's nationwide.
Really?
So that's like the Funny Bone and improv
Yeah,
clubs.
the Funny Bone and the Improv are like the same people, so it's kind of like, you know, they got the resources.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I've been kind of tapping in more to the open mic scene out here. It was really since that time I went to where I seen you at venue on 35th, like
Right.
before we did the last episode.
Right.
Yeah, it was cool. Like, where would you say kind of just you guys say the comedy scene is like? What level is it at right now? Like, are we having people buzzing in the underground about to blow? Like, are people looking at this area for comedy?
I mean, it's a good question.
I say yes and no because there's like a level of like there's a difference between like open mic comics and people that are just like going up and doing stuff versus like people that are like getting booked and opening for like names. But there's like people that have like pretty much like kind of popped out of this area recently though.
For sure.
Like who?
Kristen
Kristen
Seville's
Seville's, yeah.
and her husband Jay do a podcast called And Then We Had Sex, and that like took off over COVID, and now they're like doing clubs all over the country, and like
Now they're
every
having
show that they're
having
doing
sex
is
in the
just-
clubs.
They
everything that they're doing sells out.
they sold out the Virginia Beach Funny Bone last night, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sold out show last night,
And they
which is
popped
nuts.
off their podcast. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So they did a podcast together, and it like was pre-COVID, and then during COVID it like blew up, and their podcast has like almost like 250,000 followers now. It's like insane how many people have like gravitated towards it. But all their shit like gets thousands and thousands of views without question.
COVID had to be the best time to have a podcast. I
For
mean,
them, because it was already like
They might already been in the groove of things.
Yeah.
And kind of figured
they
it out a little
they
bit
had
by
a
that time.
formula, and their like social media game really kind of jumped because they both have like on their own prior to like the podcast taking off. They both had like a pretty good social media following.
What were they doing? I guess just like stand up before that.
Yeah, but he didn't do stand up. I think Jay's like I think he's like a radio personality, or that's like what he did. He did other stuff that wasn't like comedy related. I'm all right now.
You are lame.
No, I just don't want to.
You remember
I
that-
know my like, dude.
What was
I'll
that
get
shit?
fucking faded and then be over here like,
Was it in the movie How High when they were showing like the outrageous like anti-weed commercials from the back in the day? It was like the dude, it was like a little white kid, and he had like a shotgun, and he was like got super high off weed, and it was like him and his boy. He was like, I'm so high right now, so he like tries to shoot himself with a shotgun.
I just
that in
remember the
How High?
flat bitch on the couch.
I remember
I don't
that.
know one.
And they were like, "There's something." She's like, "This is all she does since she
That's
started."
that was one of the
smoking
Why
pot."
Not commercials.
It's like melts into the couch.
Yeah, she was just like
Kinda.
this. She was like Play-Doh'd on the couch, and her fucking hands melted over the cushion.
Yeah,
That's funny because we really had those commercials on TV coming up, and now it's like just the whole.
You know what my favorite
Yeah, I
Vibe
don't
has
remember
changed.
these
You know my
commercials.
favorite
So keen
one?
for that.
What?
is the dude with the fucking voice box playing guitar in fucking Times Square. You don't always die from tobacco.
What?
Sometimes you just lose a lung. That guy.
that's a bop.
You don't sing worth a heck with a big hole in your neck. No, you don't always die from tobacco. That's the whole song, dude. It's a banger. Certified.
Yeah, that sounds
Dude,
good,
it's
man.
so good.
That shit might go platinum.
That guy died, actually.
From what? I bet it wasn't anything.
Testicular cancer.
I was kind of hoping he got in a car crash or something.
Glaucoma.
Yeah,
There you go. Yeah, only anti-weed thing I know is like that girl in like the frying pan with the egg. Like, this is your brain
Yeah,
on
yeah,
drugs. That and like the Dare, not the Dare. We had the Red Ribbon program where you just signed a waiver saying I won't do drugs.
You know
I
Dragon
remember
Ball Z?
Dare, too.
You had the Red Ribbon program?
Yeah, we had the Red Ribbon Army and everything. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, we all went and got high after the meetings.
Hell yeah, I like that.
Best way to do it.
I remember Scruff McGruff. Take a bite out of crime.
Yeah, what was that like? What was that?
I don't know, dude. I just said I remember it. I
That
wasn't
was
like a
it?
part of it.
Oh, okay.
I like to steal shit.
Okay.
Oh,
It's just,
but
it's just wild how like like the atmosphere changes around these drugs like over time. Like now it's pretty much fucking it's legal in Virginia. Like I mean not fully, but I got friends that my boys have actually been buying weed from a store like for like a few months now.
yeah, it's wild, right?
Like a official ass fucking like smoke shop type shit. I don't know.
They're not supposed to sell it, but they do.
Yeah.
Bro, but that's like those pop-ups. When I did that one thing, there was like a bunch of vendors in there selling weed and
Oh
shit.
no, they're at the pop-ups.
But then there's like people in there, like hella people in there selling mushrooms, and I'm like, that we definitely can't do that yet.
the same store that's selling the weed that has the shroom chocolate bars.
That's
too.
what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, you
yeah.
definitely can't do that
Chocolate
yet.
bars are the best.
I haven't tried them yet.
They're
I got a
so
few.
good,
I got
dude.
cookies and cream, and then I got
What's time like how long does it take to hit compared to like actually just eating regular shrooms?
It's probably like, I mean, it's really like eating an edible, like 30, 45 minutes.
yeah.
But the thing of it is that I like about the chocolate bars from my experience so far, they're more calculated. Like you could buy a bag of shrooms or whatever and it'll kind of be one way or the other. But the mushroom chocolate bars, I mean, they make however many of them they make at a time. So like they know what's in it. Like, you know what I mean? Like you get a more reliable.
Like if you eat a certain amount, it's gonna feel the same.
Well, it also says
you eat a
like
whole
on there, like
bar,
it tells you by squares.
That's part of like it becoming like quality control.
Yeah.
Like if you're buying drugs off the street, you don't. It's like different every time. You don't know. It's like going to buy fucking Pepsi. You know that shit's gonna hit the same every single time. It tastes the same.
I prefer Coke.
Yeah.
Do you need like a babysitter when you do shrooms? Like, or do you just good to do it by
Bro.
yourself?
Nah, man. I just like to look at my children and envision myself as a kid.
He wants to be a babysitter while he's doing
Dude,
it.
I thought for a second I thought you were talking about like for his actual kids.
I do
Like,
shrooms,
you need a babysitter
and I
when
look
you
at
do
my
shrooms?
children, and I'm like, wow, I'm a light-skinned 8-year-old again.
You want to live through your children?
Some year thought I had white-ass babies.
Bro.
No, actually, I think you might have told me. Yeah, like you. Yeah, your kid's mom is black, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means his kids can call him the N-word. He
That's
can't say it back.
fucked up, bro.
That shit's so funny to me. That's like the funniest thing. Every time I think of you having kids that are like white adjacent because they got part of you, but then they have black parts. I'm like, dude, I hope they call him the N-word.
Yeah.
I hope Ant's kids call him the
They
N-word.
Dragon Ball
Like,
fusion dance
bro,
when they say it.
When they get to like
That would
middle
be a
school
moment.
age, they about to both gang up on you and be like, this little bitch ass N-word over here. And then he can't say shit back.
Yeah, right.
Dude, it's so funny to me.
When they start getting rebellious, people are like, the white man isn't going to tell me what to do.
This cracker ass bitch telling me to pick my fucking socks up.
See what you did to my people?
Boondocks. Both of my kids, you're saying.
You're going to get Riley and Huey,
Ant's about to be up here like Uncle Ruckus.
So you host Kazi's, roach free night. We gonna roll it back.
That place was
it was
clean,
no
bro.
roaches in there.
Place was clean.
Yeah, like
It smelled like Fabuloso from
They-
the moment I walked in to the
Bro.
moment I walked out.
You know, the first time I saw Fabuloso, I thought it was like a jug of Kool-Aid.
It looks
Fabuloso
delicious.
sounds
It
like-
looks like drink.
Yeah. I almost drank it a couple times during my childhood, but my mom.
You probably could get away with it.
You have?
Yeah, when fucking Donald Trump was like, we got to put bleach in our veins. She's like, I'll hit some Fabuloso
It'll kill
right
the
quick.
COVID. Just do it.
Did you get COVID at all? See, that's why. Fabuloso, dude,
There
set
you
her up
go.
for life.
Hell yeah, dog.
now they're actually saying there's like a fucking radio commercial I heard the other day. It was like talking about I guess it was sponsored by fucking Pfizer. It was like treatcovid.com talking about how to treat it. I'm like, I feel like they wouldn't even like post shit like that like when it first started. Because they're even in the commercial talking about like, are you obese? Do you have underlying health, you know what I'm saying, issues? Well, that might make your COVID worse. And it's sponsored by Pfizer, but it's like something they would have never said in like the beginning of the pandemic.
Dude, that was like the best part. When I got COVID, they're like, oh man, you overweight? Are you this and this? Do you have asthma? I was like, dude, I got all this shit. I was like, I'm fucked. And then I came out of it and was like, I just can't taste shit while I eat for a while.
Bro, I had COVID. No, I was fucked up for like 5-6 days.
Dang, dude.
For real,
You
for
know
real.
the worst part? When I had COVID, my girl was like, I can't be around you. I don't want to get COVID. So she put me in the attic like fucking Cinderella, bro. I had to sit up there for like 4 or 5 days. I went like 5 days without a shower. My fucking, dude. my
Was it a
scalp-
finished attic?
Yeah.
It's just like unfinished. It's just
Dude,
like
it'd be funny if you
insulation up
locked
there and
me
shit.
He got the better Anne Frank experience.
Bro, hell yeah, dude. I was up there writing my diary
Why didn't you shower for 5 days?
because she was like, dude, I can't. She was like, you
We
can't
can't
come
share
down there.
water?
Yeah, she was like, because we only have one shower, like we have one bathroom at the house, and she was like, I don't trust it. And then after like 3 or 4 days, I was like,
Did
dude,
you?
this
How'd you
shit's-
use the bathroom though? Did you like
I pissed in a jug,
really?
No
Where you take a
way.
shit at?
huh? I
in
did
a
go
jug?
downstairs to shit. Yeah, I shit in a jug.
He's like, honey, can I just shower while
I was
I'm
up
down
there.
here?
I
and
was
shit?
up
He's like,
there
"Ah."
on my
Nah.
Florida shit, doing fucking 2-liter bottle of butt hash. Fucking,
Kevin Gates just dropped he was on a new podcast and you're talking about how he lets girls like piss in his mouth or like piss in the cup and he'll drink
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, this boy is wild as shit.
dude, Kevin Gates wilding out, dude. I liked him way more when he was fat.
He's
Really?
been wild.
That's,
People-
I didn't know that, dude.
There's like a whole new trending thing also about like when Gucci was fat. Like they're really trying to say Gucci's a clone again.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. But yeah, so you guys are probably the only comedians that really tapped into the city. Ant was really the first one, you know what I'm saying? Which I know you've been like going and performing at other places and shit. We can get into all that. So we had a podcast. We kind of went to more of Ant's story. I don't know if you guys want to just introduce yourselves, kind of just fucking, I don't know, say even how y'all even got into comedy.
Oh, I'll let Nick go first since you have seniority over me.
No, dude, you can go. Don't let me go. I feel like that's like reverse racism. Don't fucking let me go first because I'm white. Don't play it as seniority.
But you're senor.
Yeah, dude, yeah. You have senor.
Okay, all right, I'll go first. I'm Brandon. I started doing comedy at Kazi's, where I met Nick and Addison, and then later on I met Ant, but it wasn't at Kazi's. And I've been doing stand-up for about, I think, 3 years. This will be the 4th year. And yeah, on to Nick.
Damn,
All
Brandon,
right.
that was like a very short, like.
I didn't know what to say.
Dude,
You'll catch me around all the 7
If
cities.
you were a Marvel movie, your origin story would be the credits. That's all you gave us. Fuck you.
I mean,
Yeah,
So
why are you in
you- are-
Alcoholics Anonymous?
I'm not, dude. You got to admit you have a problem in order for there to be a problem. I just like to drink. Fuck you.
So you just hitting like open mics and shit right now, and
I mean, I'm getting booked a little bit here and there.
so you getting booked. Okay, that was a good. You skipped a major part. I like that.
My 2023 goal is to get Brandon booked more. That's my resolution.
I would love
for
that.
comedy
I just
this
want to
year.
get booked once a month for the whole year, and I'll be great. I got 3 right now for January, so we're knocking a couple out early along the way, and I'm hoping to fill up the rest.
One a month.
Hell yeah.
I literally told Parker that this morning. That's like a feasible goal. One
You
show
could
a
do
month.
that.
That's it. That leaves you, like, generally speaking, like 29 other days of the month to not be booked. It's not.
What?
And like,
would you be doing like the same material each month, or are you building new material?
I'm trying to
you know
have
what I'm
like a
saying?
different set, or at least have an improved version of that set, because
Okay.
I don't want to just keep hashing the same shit out to people, especially if like I invite friends to come out to like see the show. Like I want to always have them see something new and different rather than having the same shit. It's the same reason why I don't always bring my girlfriend to open mic, because she's seeing the same shit over and over. So I'm always trying to do something
I've seen
different.
Ant do a couple of the same sets.
He just called you a hack, dude.
Fuck yeah.
You just said you don't write.
Yeah, I got like 6 jokes.
He was like, damn, dog, I heard
Bro, I've
this
been telling him to make
already.
a fucking joke out of the situation that we had with him telling me on the podcast.
Bro,
all
that-
bro, if you, I'm telling Avery, if you word that correctly, if you format that right, that would kill.
That's your next
bro.
nano
I'm
bit,
telling
dude.
you, that would kill, bro. But you gotta save the punchline for the end. Like somehow, I don't know how you
played the
You the
long
comedian
game on him.
So it's like some shit have the punchline at the end. Like
You actually had the punchline.
chill out.
Yeah.
I can see at the end like the punchline was like it could be like something like he was puzzled, or like just how confused I was. That shit would kill, bro.
Yo, if I said he was puzzled, I think people would lose their minds.
Really?
Nah.
He really been beating up white kids so much that he just had no idea.
Wait, Nick, you haven't introduced yourself to the people.
Who are you, Nick?
Yeah, who are you?
Who are you, bro?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Who am I?
Yes. Nicolas, introduce yourself to the class.
Yeah, I'm Nick Deez. Yeah, so I started next month, so it's like a couple weeks out, but like next month will be my like 5-year anniversary in comedy. I started in Richmond, and then I moved back down this way. Like I grew up down here, and then I started comedy up there, and then I was like 3 or 4 months in, and then moved down this way because my old lady lives down here, and I've been here since then.
What would you guys say is the amount of time it takes to do comedy to really like feel like you get into the groove? Or when did it feel like that for you if you've gotten to that point?
I don't know.
I feel like I'm barely starting to understand what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm just now comfortable with myself.
When I first started, a lot of people told me it takes like 3 years to find your voice. And as I'm like kind of going into, it was 2 years in October, so a few months past that. And now I'm just now kind of like, I get what they meant, you know? Like, cause I feel like, and I was thinking about this earlier today, actually. Maybe you guys can agree with this. I feel like when comics are new, they just talk about so much shit because like they would love to talk about themselves, but like I didn't know how to write those jokes, you know? Like I just wrote a joke about my kids. Being 2 years in, you'd think I'd have a lot of those, but like I didn't know how to write a good joke, so I'm not gonna write like this weird ass joke about my kids until I know how to like write one. So you can't really write about yourself until you know how to do it, which takes time to figure out.
Or even just like expressing yourself takes time to figure out. Even like just doing a podcast, like it took me time to kind of just figure out how to express myself.
Well, I feel like it takes a while to get to that like part of like being comfortable to have a sense of vulnerability. Because if you if you're telling a joke about some random shit, it's not you giving anything personal away to the crowd. So it's like weird to have that, or you have to have that confidence in order for that shit to land. Because it's almost like at a certain point, like if you're telling a joke about like your kids or your family or whatever, and those jokes don't land, it hurts more than if
like
it's a joke
shit.
of like, I was in traffic the other day and somebody cut me off and the dude called me gay when he drove past me. You're like, all right, you can not laugh at that. But it's like, if you're like, yeah, my dad died, whatever, and people are like,
Yeah.
Like, that
Then
vulnerability.
they hate you
like,
and your dad.
I think that's why I actually told you last time, like, that's really what stood out to me, bro. Like, going to an open mic for comedy, it's so, you get a different thing than if you see it online, where you see polished comedians that are doing a great job, because they're still being vulnerable, but it's something about seeing an up-and-comer, like you said, that doesn't know if them jokes are going to land. You can really feel that vulnerability. Like, it's a different thing. Like, it's hard to even explain.
yeah, well, because it's also like,
They haven't built that credibility yet. Like with the established comedians, they're like, we know your story, we know where you're coming from already. And meanwhile, you're like almost like flashing a group of strangers with like yourself, you know, metaphorically speaking.
No, you show me dick.
Yeah.
Ant's the one that always goes on stage with his fucking fly down.
Yeah.
I've been guilty of that on multiple
On purpose,
occasions.
though?
Fly trap
No,
Perez,
bro.
dog.
I have never done it on purpose, but I've done it a lot.
Yeah.
There's a
It
correlation
sucks.
there.
He said,
There's a goddamn correlation. You nasty roach dick bitch.
I don't mean to, man.
I thought you were saying you put your dick on her plate earlier.
Oh,
That's
dude,
what I-
remember
that's
that
what I thought
time
you
that we were
trying to
just
go
talking
with
about being vulnerable, and then you were like, yeah, it happens to me all the time, and he straight up went, ugh.
that? No, I said, yeah, I agree with him.
See, now that hurts way harder than that traffic shit.
Yeah. You see what I mean? You see if I just said something else about something else and you were like, oh, that's gross.
But I didn't say though. I said yeah.
No,
Yeah. I was like,
I felt that.
It was one of my interviews. Like, you can either hit a nod, like yeah, like continue. I'm just like yeah.
ugh. That gross ass dick.
All right, I said
That was a Kevin Hart down.
I swear to God, on my dead dad, I heard him go, ugh.
hey yo, you're being real vulnerable, bro.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. That's respectable.
It takes a lot. It's tough.
Fuck you.
Hey yo. But yeah, so y'all been running around the city, man. I know you've been going to Austin performing a lot, or I don't know about a lot, but you told me you did. How was that trip?
Twice.
Yeah.
I went. Well, last time I went, what? That was in October. That was a few months ago. But yeah, like kind of like I hit my second year in comedy, and my birthday's in October, so it was kind of like this would be a dope thing to do. So I just went out there, and like between like Austin and
And am I about to cut you off? You're talking about twice after Kill Tony, right? Or that was one of them?
No, when I went the first time, when it was me and him that got on Kill Tony, and another dude that lives out there now. This dude Michael Ridley, but yeah, no, that was the first time we went out. The second time we went out, it was just me and her that went. I didn't end up going with any comics. It was just kind of we were out there and hitting shows and mics.
She told me about it. She said you actually stayed at Road Crib. I don't even know if you want to go into it, but
I mean, no, I actually it was David Lucas, but we kicked it with him a little bit when we were out in Texas. I met him through Nick actually because he was doing like some flyers for him, and then when David came through and did a spot in Richmond, he was already booked on a show in Virginia Beach that day. So I ended up going up and doing a guest spot with David and just kind of like kicking it with him. So then at that point, when I went out to Texas, it was just like someone I had previous contact with. So, I mean, really when I go to like a city or whatever, like all you can really do is hit up people that you know out there and just kind of go from there, and whatever you could do with that is whatever you could do with it.
have you noticed people that like follow you at these shows or tap in and like stay tapped in?
Sometimes when I go, so like the Clash at the Funny Bone is a bringer show, and like there's a couple people that go out there and like you get on based on like how many people turn in a ticket for you. And I've noticed like the last couple of times I went out, like there's like one or two people that I'll see that like turn in a ticket for me, and like they're always like talk to me like we know each other, and I just kind of like keep that going. But I have no fucking clue who they are, dude.
Yeah.
I was there for that. That one guy that came up to you was like,
Yeah.
"Hey, what's up, Perez?"
I said to him, I was like, who are you turning a ticket for today? Because I thought he was for me. I don't know. He was friendly, and he said he was turning one for me, and I was like, have we met? And he was like, nah, but I've seen you like at whatever. He's seen me at like Push Comedy Theater in Norfolk, and then I don't know, like somewhere else. So he just like I guess follows me on social media, and when I post where I'm gonna be, he goes there, which is kind of scary to say out loud.
That's hard. Yeah, that's hard. That's hard.
It's
like,
weird to like when you say it out loud.
Yeah, dude.
You're like, it sounds like I have a stalker, but it's like big people.
But in a
would
good
be like,
way,
I
you
got
know?
a fan.
Yeah.
I think, bro. I think even having fans and shit, bro. I think it's just about your outlook on it.
Yeah.
Like people, I think like
Yeah.
you being weirded out by it can in turn make other people feel weird about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always had this idea, like even before I was trying to be like whatever successful in this industry. It's like I always feel like I feel like famous people can carry themselves in a way to where it's not weird. But they just, I don't know. Maybe it's like I said. Maybe it's like a self-inflicting.
I mean, really, I guess
Weirdness.
like even when I don't know people, and like you guys could probably like agree, like I just kind of like if you're there to like support, then I'll just like show love back type thing, you know? I mean, that's really all you could do. I mean, I try to embrace it. Like I guess like I don't know if you think about it in one way, like it can be kind of weird, but like I mean, it's also cool that I don't know somebody saw you do something and they want to see you do it again.
Bro, to me, it's super cool. Like even like it's like okay, the vulnerability of you doing your shit. Then there's also you gotta think about the vulnerability of someone coming up to you and telling you how much they fuck with your shit.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
that's kind of hard to do sometimes too. Like that's so you gotta respect that too in people. Like
That's fair, yeah. Because before I did comedy, I would just like go to a show and then leave. I mean, I never went out. I like people's sets, but I'm never like, yeah, dude, this was like super relatable.
yeah. I know you about to start the podcast too. The Ant Hill.
The Ant Hill.
Has that started yet?
Not yet.
I haven't filmed anything.
Have not. I've got like
Yeah.
all the equipment and everything. I think I'm waiting on like one more thing for it, but I have like all the equipment basically for it and just trying to like make sure it all runs well. I want to try to get a podcast like recorded and hopefully put out by the end of the month. Definitely recorded by the end of the month. It's just I've never made a podcast before, so like as far as like editing and putting it together how I want it to, I have to figure that out.
The only thing I can say is don't overthink it. Or like
Okay.
me, I drop shit usually like within like 2-3 days. So this will probably be out in a couple days. Because I feel like the more you sit on it, the more you'll probably try to find something you don't like about it and not drop it. Like, so I just kind of just get into the habit. Well, podcast is like a strength in numbers almost.
I'm
So you're
good
gonna
with
make if
that.
you stay with it, you're gonna make hundreds of podcasts. So it's really
Yeah.
no reason to get too caught up on any one.
And that's one of the things I was thinking, just kind of like, I mean, I'm not sure like when you first got started, how you did it, but like just kind of getting into it and just like doing episodes and seeing what happens and then, go back and watch them. Like, man, maybe I could like do a little bit more of this or, whatever, like as far as like format and stuff goes. Cause
Me, when I edit, I get really high,
Yeah.
right? And I just edit it, and I don't care what I say. It's definitely moments where it's like, I could have said that better, I could have did this better, but I almost don't care.
Yeah.
Because that's part of it. It's just being in the moment. And it's like, you just capturing that moment, so it's like, it's not planned, it's not written down, so it's going to be fuck ups, you're going to probably say stupid shit.
Right.
But it's just, it's capturing that moment.
I mean, that's pretty much what I did when I used to record, like post clips and stuff like that. I just get really high and pull my zipper down and go to editing.
And jerk off while you edit.
Nah, dude, I just
God,
He's gotta get back in his element.
I seen a fucking
Yeah.
shirt at Spencer's
The
yesterday.
algorithm.
They didn't have my size. I really wanted it. I might just make my own. It said, people will jack your style, but they won't jack you off. I'm like, bro, I need that.
no, they will.
Let's say, yeah, there's people out there
You
that'll
can have
do
it all. You can be ambitious.
Yeah, dude. The world is your oyster.
But yeah, it's like, I don't know.
Get the shucking, dude.
So you're known for having your fly down on stage.
Pervert.
I'm not known for it, just like
Yes, you are.
locally,
Yes, you are.
Uh,
I think we should make a compilation video of all your fly down moments on stage. I'm gonna start doing that next time. Every time I see you like up on stage, I'm gonna fucking film it, and then at the end of the year, I'm gonna post it and be like, "Look how many times he tried to show his dick to people."
it's like a roach just like crawls out of his zipper. or
yeah,
his
but I'm
fly.
gonna post it with like suspenseful music, so it looks like you're about to commit a sex crime on the crowd.
Oh my god.
Like if it
that
had
show.
captions on, it would be like intense noises. Dum dum.
I was gonna ask you too. I seen on your IG that you were in like a contest, or I guess you were actually defending your belt for like $500. Did you win that?
Yeah, so I beat Ant
Oh, you beat Ant for it? That's okay. That's
Nah,
really
he
crazy.
lost.
So yeah, I did lose. I got second place. But yeah, that was the roast bed, the comedy smackdown at the Funny Bone.
And Virginia Beach.
Yeah, it was fun. It's like I think like the 5th time I've done it. It's fun, dude. It's cool. Like comedy's cool. Like I like writing like actual written material and like working on shit. But dude, there's just something so fun about talking shit.
Roasting is fun.
Dude, it's so much fun. Some comics hate it. I've got a lot of people that I've talked to that are like, I can't do it. I won't do it. I don't like it. But dude, I fucking love it.
Don't don't Tony and fucking David really have like a legendary roast kind
Dude,
of?
they're like the
brother.
best people to watch
Yeah.
go back and forth.
They talk
David
shit
Lucas and
so
Tony
much,
Hinchcliffe
dude.
are
It's
like
great.
dude. Yeah, man. Yeah, roasting is fun though. I think
It's
people
so
that don't
much
like
fun to
roasting are like pussies at heart.
I mean, that's what we were all doing just coming up. Just that was the thing with your friends, like, you know what I'm saying?
He's just roasting.
You just talk
Yeah.
shit. You have to. You got to talk shit to survive.
So I guess you were the winner, but maybe the year before you said you were
Yeah,
defending your
yeah.
title.
I won the last one, and then there was one that they were gonna do it at the Richmond Funny Bone, but they ended up like pushing it back to the Virginia Beach one.
What place were you in?
Me? I mean, I lost to him and he went to the championship, so whatever that ends up being, 4th.
3rd, maybe.
Well, there's like the top 3 in the championship.
Top 3, yeah.
Nah, man, but out of them 3, you know what I mean? I was still kind of like 3rd.
You're just happy to be nominated.
Yeah, man. You're just happy to be there.
I was just happy I was so happy to be there. I couldn't thank them enough.
Yo, shout out to the roast battles. Yeah, I've been kind of seeing, I don't know if it's just me as like an outsider looking in, a lot more comics, period, like on social media and shit. A lot more comics kind of, I think the atmosphere now is like taking it into their own hands, not trying to rely on like Netflix or get on a TV show, or it's like people are just like, I'm like, kind of like that. I guess I would say the newest is probably like the Andrew Schultz route. He was just
well, I
dropping
think
clips on
the-
IG.
The wave has changed a lot, man. Like like when I started, there wasn't. It sounds like it was like so much time's gone by, but like when I started, people used to clown me hard as fuck for posting videos when I started.
Of
People
you
were
just
like,
doing stand up.
oh yeah, dude, constantly. Like I would get like older comics being like, dude, why are you doing that? Whatever, like that's whack. Like don't do that.
What was their criticism about it?
Just because they were like, what's the point? Whatever. Like there was just constantly people talking shit about it. And I, for the last 5 years, basically have been consistent on like, at a certain point, I was like, I'm going to just start posting clips. And I've like stayed with posting material constantly. And now it's like everybody does it.
It's really weird getting shit on for posting clips because it's like nobody ever has like a reason to. They're just saying what you do, but saying it like they're shitting on it. Like, oh, posting clips. Like
The only bad thing I could even think is like you're wasting your jokes. Like people will hear your jokes, but I mean, you're not posting your whole set. I mean, and you're probably the plan is having more jokes.
But it's
Anyway.
also like, I talked to somebody about it recently, and like the thing is like at our level, no one realistically, there's only X amount of people that follow you on social media are going to come out to your shows. There's only X amount of people that show up to shows that have seen the shit that you post. And then it's like you're posting on the internet. Anything on the internet that gets genuine traction, like outside of your actual numbers, you can see how many people follow you that like the shit versus how many people that don't. So it's like realistically, if I post a clip of a joke that like I've done, that's a joke that I really like, that does well, it's really not like I'm burning it, because it's not like I'm like, it's not attached to a special, it's not attached to an album. So it's like, it's just a joke until it like becomes a thing where I go, all right, well, I'm going to shoot this thing. This is the stuff I want to do for that. It's not like you're really burning material. And even then it's like so many people now, like there's a big shift on like posting written jokes versus a lot of people now like post crowd work shit. There's so many like crowd work clips because it is
Yeah, I
like
do see a
that
lot of
fear
those, yeah.
of burning your material. So it's like, that's what I post. I feel like I post probably like 80-20. Like 80% of like my clips that I post are all just crowd work clips versus 20% of it is like actual shit that I have that's like written material that I like.
Is there one hit wonders in comedy?
I mean, there has to be, right?
I would assume so. Like, there's people that like. I would assume there's people out there that have like a good album, and then it's like everything after that is shitty. But it's like, I feel like there is. I mean, like, if you look at like the dude that won the first season of Last Comic Standing is a comic that arguably any like working comic, the amount of times I've heard people shit on that dude is like, yeah, I mean, it, you know, to think that like you won a nationally televised like comedy competition, and there's like tons of people out there that are like, yeah, but that dude's not good at comedy.
That was the season Ralphie May didn't win.
That was
right?
Dat Fan won the first season.
I can kind of understand that just in general, because there can be like some Main Street thing that's like commercialized, and where the winner of that is technically won, but there's in the underground it's probably just people that are way better.
Because it's all like a lot of that shit like is subjective. All of comedy is subjective. It's like you could go up and do the same shit one night in front of one group of people and do the exact same stuff the next night in front of a completely different like demographic, whatever. Like, take a 50-year-old crowd and then take that same set that you do for that and then do it for people that are like 20 to 30-year-old crowd. And it's like you're going to get two completely different responses.
Yeah, comedy's probably even more subjective than music, for real.
Yeah, I think so.
Because you cannot like a song or like not be your type of song, but you can like understand why it's a good song. Maybe I don't know if you could do that.
If you played an album for a group of like 20-year-olds and a group of 50-year-olds, the 50-year-olds wouldn't know what the fuck was going on.
Are you guys working on I know y'all are all doing or kind of have been doing it for different amounts of time. What's your process on like doing a special? I know you've been doing it a little longer. Have you done one when y'all plan on? You know what I'm saying?
So I actually like over the summer shot and recorded like a crowd work special / album, I guess, whatever you want to call it, at Kazi's. So like I did a show there, and they all came out to it. Like a bunch of people showed up, and it was dope because it was like an actual show that I headlined, and it was sold out. So it was like it was the only time I've ever seen Kazi's that full. And it was like to the point where we had to like turn people away, which was like pretty wild to be in a situation where it's like something with my name attached to it.
Max capacity.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like it was a weird, like from like a confidence standpoint, it was like one of those things where it's like, damn, that's like a huge feather in your cap. You know what I mean? Like to be at a point where it's like going into it, I remember like leading up to it, I was super stressed out because I'm like, I don't think there's going to be anybody there. And in my head, like getting closer to it, I'm like, yeah, I'll probably have like 40, 50 people. And then that turned into like 50 or 60 people. And then when I did the math, like the day before the show, I was like, I think I sold 60 to 70 tickets by myself.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, shit, if that's the case.
That place doesn't even hold much more than that, I don't think, right?
I did like the math, counting everybody up. It was like 130 people in there.
Holy fuck.
So it's
that's
like,
a small ass place for people who don't know. That's like, people are like shoulder to shoulder at that point.
Like every single seat was packed. I had everybody at the bar. Brandon had people show up that had to sit by the front door, basically. Like there was people sitting to the side of the bar. Dude, it was nuts.
So this was all crowd work, especially.
Yeah, so I went up. I had like a couple jokes like in my pocket as far as like, these are jokes that I'm okay with like incorporating in this just because it's like stuff that I'm like, yeah, whatever. It's shit that I've either been doing for a long time or stuff that like I've already posted. So it's like, it is what it is. It's not a big deal. But I was like, in the event that I get kind of like stuck at a certain point, just to have like a joke that I know is like a really good joke to pull me out of that into something like crowd work related. I was like, it would be nice to just have a couple like logged. But I ended up doing 48 minutes total that I was on stage. And probably like 5 minutes of that at most was like actual written shit.
So it was, where is this like on the internet? Like people?
It's actually like, so I just got the mastered, I just got all the mastered audio tracks, and the video is all done. It's just a matter of like, there's a couple things that I need to edit for the video version, but that's going to go on YouTube and shit. And then the audio is going to be like everywhere. So I'm like putting it out through DistroKid, so it'll put it on.
Is that what comedians are doing? There's audio of all these specials, just on all platforms.
That's like what
Apple Music and stuff. Yeah.
Really? I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
that's like what I wanted to do specifically. Is like, just because it's like, I think it's cool to have both. You know what I mean? Because like, you can only listen to YouTube, but so much. You know what I mean? Like you can't.
Unless they want you to pay. Remember when you didn't have to pay to lock your phone?
That's what I'm saying.
Now they looked out. They'll let you if you're like, you can scroll out the video and have it on the bottom a little bit, but you still can't. Lock
Yeah,
your
it's
phone.
that little like thumbnail. But the second
Yeah.
I do anything else, so that was like my whole point. Is like, up until recently, like you couldn't swipe out of YouTube and it still play it all.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm like, all right, well, if I do that, then like, am I fucking myself on views or plays, whatever, like any sort of like monetary anything? But I talked to a buddy of mine and he told me that like DistroKid's like the way to go. He was like, he's made like a couple $1,000s off of plays from
the streams. Yeah.
Pandora, like Pandora specifically. Like it put it on like
I don't know. I'm interested to see what kind of demographic he has because nobody really uses Pandora, and usually those streaming services that have less users, they pay more per stream.
that's what I'm
The
wondering.
creators. Yeah.
I also kind of feel like in the sense of like when you post clips or when a lot of people post clips, like we put it on every platform, like YouTube, TikTok.
Yeah, we just started posting on
Instagram,
TikTok
like-
like 3 days ago.
Yeah, and it's like even if you get like better results on wherever, on YouTube or Facebook or whatever, you just kind of post at them all and give
Like,
everything a
might as well
chance.
be everywhere. Yeah.
So same thing with like if you record an album. I mean, I don't have one, but I would assume if you put it on more platforms, you just have a better chance of, because sometimes you'll post something and it's like, wow, this did like nothing on any platform but got 20,000 views on TikTok. Like you don't
It's
know if
all
you don't
like-
just put it there.
It's all like the law of averages. You know what I mean? It's like any sort of traffic that you can generate towards like your brand, your product, whatever, is still good traffic. So it's like if you post something on YouTube and it gets like in the shorts, it's like if you post something on YouTube and it gets like a few thousand plays, that's still a few thousand plays.
And it counts towards your if to get monetized. Like you gotta have like 4,000 watch hours and shit.
Yeah.
Counts towards that. And also I forgot to tell you, I don't know if this counts. Well, I don't know if you need it to get monetized, but there's a joint like right by where it says like you need 4,000 hours that you need 20 million shorts plays. So I don't know if that's towards something else or it's towards the actual monetization, but I hope it's not. 'Cause it's a fucking lot of plays.
That's too many.
20 million. Honestly,
Is it that many? I don't know if it's like. I mean, I think 20 million is a lot, but I'm saying like, I don't know if it's that much because I saw something that I could have sworn I had seen something that said like if you have however many watch hours and like 1,000, like a minimum of 1,000 subs on YouTube, you can get monetized.
yeah, it's 1,000 subs, 4,000 watch hours.
Yeah, I think
But
that's
now
like
I
bare
just
minimum.
seen. Where's that shit at?
Because I just hit like
All right, look at this.
5 and some
So-
change.
You see how it says? Oh, it's 10 million. My bad. It's 10 million.
Okay, that's not.
But look at that
actually
though.
bad.
Has the watch hours, the fucking subscribers, and but you see at the bottom
Dang, man.
it has the shorts.
Yep.
Oh, and one of the following though.
What do you
That's
mean?
good.
What do you mean?
It says like right.
Oh, and my bad.
Yeah.
See, you got to read sometimes.
There you go.
And
So
it
it's
says
just
and one of the
those,
following.
right?
Yeah. So, but I guess technically it's 10 million. If you get super lucky and
That's
go
what I'm
viral, you could catch that off a couple videos. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, but I think we're kind of in the just the numbers game, just flooding it with a lot of shit. But yeah, I gotta start putting it on every platform.
Yeah.
Law of
What do
averages,
you
man.
do?
What do you mean?
Like as far as like promoting, like
Well, we're mainly most of our growth is on Instagram. So we've been pretty consistently for the last 3 years getting 100 new followers on Instagram a month.
Okay.
So
That's good.
I think you've
and
doubled your following on Instagram since the first time I was on the episode.
I think we have. And it's been steady, which that's what I think is cool because it's like it's people really tapping in that it's not like bots or somebody that's just like I don't know like
Yeah,
it's like
you can
actual
always
people.
tell
that
too.
interact.
And like our engagement rate is actually good. Like
That's really
because
good.
I compared it to some other brand. Okay, so I compared it to No Jumper. Like, have you guys heard of Social Blade? This website?
Social Blade?
Yeah.
No, what is that?
It's like a website that kind of gives you the stats of brands, and it looks at different platforms like Instagram, YouTube. So our Instagram numbers, engagement rate, I was just like comparing it to No Jumper because that's kind of like what I'm saying they're successful in this space, and so they have way more views than us in total, like millions of views. compared to ours. We have like they had millions. I think we might have had like 50 to like 70,000 last year, right? And something like that. But their engagement rate is only like 0.2%, and ours is like 4 point something. So that's like actually a lot better.
Yeah.
So that'll just kind of tell you like it's just like building more like meaningful connections with people.
Yeah,
to make them actually like want to come
It's
in.
about the retention. It's like that.
Retention and like I think it's just how you affect people. Like it's like is this just some? Do you want which is cool too? There's other things like do you want to just be some pure entertainment for someone or for somebody that like some people just see randomly laugh at scroll past, or do you want to actually have like a deeper like connection with your viewers where they like want to go find out more about you and they follow you for years? Like there's people I've been following on YouTube, bro, literally for like 15 years. Like what's his name, Marquez Brownie. I've been watching his shit for a minute. It was this dude Ty's iPhone help. Like when I first got an iPhone like in like 6th grade, he's making iPhone videos. But it's like but yeah, it's like about what kind of connection you want to have with people, I think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that.
Which a
That
lot of
makes
people don't
sense.
care. A lot of people just want to make some money and just be in and out, you know what I'm saying? Or like, and it's like, yeah, it's like, that kind of just goes into sustainability.
Yeah, those people.
Like
are
how
the
long do you want to
worst.
do this? Like how far ahead are you thinking? Like shit like that. I don't know. But where are you at? I guess which your special? Like are you even
dude.
thinking about that yet?
I mean, I can't sell out a comedy club. Like, I mean, I feel like when I'm able to do that, it might be time to think about it. But I mean, honestly, like, I just want to be on a show with someone that's got a special. Like, that would be cool enough for me right now, you know? I mean, every time I work on material, I'm always like changing stuff. Like at this point, it's crazy because like I've been doing comedy for 2 years, and it's funny because like people that don't do comedy are like, oh, you must have like an hour of time now. Like, not even, dude. Like I've still got like the same 10 minutes I would have told you I had last year. It's just better.
That's interesting too. So you think to actually have a special, the buzz and the popularity has to be there. You can't just have a great special and being unknown and it take off.
It's really hard. You have to have a lot of support. Yeah, because like I
Yeah.
mean, like how you were saying, like getting your engagement rate up. Like if nobody shares it, like you could have a fire special with 7 likes, and that's a damn shame. But you could
make that special and break bust it down into clips.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
my
That's where you can
goal
draw-
with mine. Realistically, is like I'm gonna put it up long form, so the whole thing as a whole will be up on, YouTube and everything like that. But the idea is at the same time I'm gonna rip that whole thing apart as much as I can and just pay the guy, my buddy Carlos. It's what green.mov now is his
Yeah.
Instagram.
Green Media Productions.
It was Green Media, but now it's Green
He's
Media.
shooting a special.
Yeah, so that's who shot it. He started coming out, and like me and him hit it off super hard. I told him
super
I already
hard?
had the show.
Super hard?
Like super hard. We hit it off super hard. Yeah, we fuck.
Yo, what
We be fucking, dog.
I turned down this.
I be tapping loads in that. I be tapping loads in that man. No, I'm just kidding. Nah, man, he got a girlfriend.
She don't care.
We don't fuck. I don't fuck him. But no, we hit it off super well. Does that make you feel better?
yeah, bro. I appreciate
We hit it off
Actually-
hard as fuck, dude. I was horned up, dude. I was ready to bust on him. But yeah, no problem, man. I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable in your house. But yeah, we hit it off super hard, hella soft. And like I told him I had that show lined up, and me and him, it's so funny because like me and him spent a day and went to the mall, and I like passed out tickets to people, and not a single person that I gave a ticket to showed up. Not one person. I gave out like 50 tickets at least at the mall that day, and we were like filming it. And he's like, "Yeah, we'll cut this up and use it as like promo." And fucking
You should have sold them for like $1 or $2 because people
Bro.
are like, yo, I spent $2 on this. I need to go.
in my head, I was like, I'll give them to people just so I could fill the room. And I was like, yeah, like I need to make sure that there's people there. Like, and I didn't want it to all be people that I knew because it's like you can't do crowd work on people you know. It's not gonna work. I'm like, hey, what do you do? And like fucking 30 people from my job. So it's like fucking, oh, you sell phones too? Oh, that's crazy, bro. It's like, all right, man, I'll just go fuck myself. But I was like so stressed about it. But then like the crazy thing is like you talk about like engagement is like the fucking people that showed up all bought and paid to be there, which is like that's huge.
You got any thoughts on like the special or anything?
I was there for it. It was very fun to see.
Also yours, like if you're.
I like that he
Yeah, you
was.
got any
I thought
thoughts at
that's what
all,
you were
dude?
asking
You're
him.
quiet.
You're like, hey, what's your thoughts about doing your own special? Brandon's like, I was there when he shot it. It was cool.
Well,
Him and that guy did get it off super hard.
did.
He was being
They
honest
hit it
about
off
it.
yeah, I saw him turn a Honduran twink, man. It was real nice.
Yeah, buddy.
In terms
got
of a
nice
special,
eyes.
That's not really something that's in my like line of sight in terms of the future. I mean, it would be cool to at some point be able to make that happen, but right now, honestly, I just think is building a set is like my biggest focus. Like right now, I have. I know I can do like a decent 10. I have a good 5, and I want to build towards like by the end of the year like a strong 20 minutes that I can take wherever I go.
That's the big difference between music and comedy, man.
What?
Like in music, like you could throw an album together. You know what I mean?
You could throw a special together.
Well, yeah, but you wouldn't want
It'd
to
be a
do
lot
that.
rougher than that album.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like it's different. Like
The
even
music
though-
is a cheat code. The music is a cheat code. I was telling bro, I think I was telling AJ last night, like comedy is a different thing. I think it's harder. Like I agree,
Yeah.
it's harder because you don't have the music to rely on. That's like a cheat code. So it's really just literally your thoughts. You just fucking, I don't know. No rhythm. Even in a song, that down to the flow and the rhythm is like a cheat code. You can have a cool flow that's like whatever sounds cool, and then you kind of say whatever, like you know.
Yeah, but that's the thing is like from music, it's like so I did music before I did comedy, and it's like even if the person singing or whatever, like if you hate that, you could still walk away and be like, yeah, but the music itself is great. Where like you don't have that with comedy. It's like it's just one thing, and if people don't like it, they're like, dude, that guy sucks.
Yeah, it's either good or it's not.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever like, I really hated that guy, but his callbacks were good.
Or it's
What do you
it's
mean
like
callbacks? What's that?
Like, I don't know, like if you're a hooker, like your chorus is good, but like the verses suck. It doesn't work. Like, you know what I mean? Like you can't just have like shitty like punchlines and nothing
No,
else
but I'm
really
saying
matters.
like what's a callback?
Oh, like, you know, when you like call back to something, you know, like I don't know, like you say a joke and then the joke goes well and you reference it later in the set and everyone's like, ha ha ha, like we know about this.
yeah, if your punchline was like whatever, like being at McDonald's, and then like you know later on you're like, yeah, you know, it's like being at McDonald's, and then
Yeah, but if they don't think it's funny, they're like, oh, here he fucking goes to McDonald's again.
yeah.
The closest thing to that I had is where I did I had like a guest spot on our buddy Ian's showcase at the Coastal, right?
There you go.
That's what it's
Coastal
called.
Fermentory?
Yeah, of course, Coastal Fermentory. And this lady, she was like, "You were so funny. I really liked you, but your shirt was really wrinkly, so I couldn't focus on what you were saying."
She's like, I just want to iron his shirt real quick.
Yeah, like I didn't know
So
how to feel
weird.
about it. I was
Yo,
like, "Are
she
you?"
was more Mexican than you.
Probably. She looked a little Filipino.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah. She worked at
So
the dry
did
cleaner.
you start being conscious of like your appearance?
Hell
Bro,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
It made me so subconscious because I was like, fuck, like, and I always want to like look presentable, and like I feel like a lot of like the times where I do really well.
You want to?
Have
I
you
dress
worn a
well.
wrinkly shirt since then? Or like, do you look now?
Oh,
I
I
wonder if I
look all the
delete-
time.
hold on.
Right.
I try to iron my shirts before I go out, especially for comedy. Fuck everything else. I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck
Look,
about
Did you even
anything
own?
else.
Did you own an iron before this?
Hell yeah, dog. I just never used it as much up until that point.
You want to
You
hear
have
something
an
funny?
iron?
Yeah.
Look,
Wow.
you talk about looking a certain way on stage. I got an email earlier from like a comedy thing
Yeah.
from DC that I like submitted to like a while ago, and they send out their newsletter all the time. But I got a thing that's like a request for bookings, whatever. They do them every week.
Yeah.
It says, comics, thank you for dressing and acting professionally. For additional info on our booking policy, please review this link. But it's like the fact that the first thing they said
What?
is, thank you for dressing
How-
and acting professionally.
Yeah, I feel
They've
like-
sent out emails in the past where it's like, some of you guys, basically, it's like some of y'all look like shit on stage.
Yeah, you,
guys
look
need
like
to
a
dress
total
better.
slob.
I don't think you expect a comic to dress or act professionally.
Really?
Well, I mean,
There's
you
like a whole thing in comedy that it's like it's taboo or like it's
mean,
a
what is
bad look
dressing
to wear
professionally?
like
Is it-
shorts on stage.
Yeah, that's weird to me.
I'm gonna
What?
start wearing
You wouldn't wanna
bowling
wear
shirts. I'm gonna start wearing bowling
Like,
shirts.
oh yeah, he's like, bro, this lady told me like she was staring at my kneecaps the whole time.
Because your
Yeah,
knees are at their
concentrate.
eye level,
Yeah,
so
I'm
they're
trying
like,
to
you know.
prevent that.
Damn, that's actually a thing.
It's like
Yeah.
it's
People
like a
will
whole
look
thing.
at your kneecaps
Yeah,
and
they
get
do.
distracted.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the reason
What?
why, but it just looks. From what I've been told, it looks unprofessional. So it's like
Damn, now that you say it, I don't think I've ever
It's super,
seen a
like,
comic in
casual,
shorts.
yes.
We got some
Like
folks out
professional
here
comic.
with their fucking little piggies.
I seen it.
Calling out of their fucking sandals at open mics, and it's disgusting.
You staring
Bro,
at your
yeah,
toes the
I
whole
don't.
time.
I would
Yeah.
never wear fucking sandals on stage
I
at a
hate that
mic
shit.
or at a show.
Yeah,
Bro, while we on
never.
feet, is it just me or did feet videos take over the internet recently?
Fuck yeah, they did.
Because I was not searching for feet videos, and now they're everywhere, bro. Like it's literally top competitor.
Because I don't
with-
get feet videos.
Bro, are you guys serious? Bro, it's like top competitor with like twerking videos now.
Yeah, the algorithm
For
just
you.
predicted your future sexual.
Bro, I
you.
swear, like this
Yeah.
shit was random out the blue. I'm like, all right,
Sure. You watch one, and then the next thing you know, you just start snowballing.
bro.
For a minute.
Nah, I
What's
literally
her
saw
ad, dog?
actual pussy lips on Instagram. I'm like, bro, what is this now?
Yeah, dude.
I mean, that's kinda
I
cool.
follow No Chill, bruh, and they constantly just been posting like fucking bitches in like fishnet bodysuits with their nipples out lately,
No
and I'm
Chill,
like,
bro.
bro, what the
I'm
fuck?
like, how is this? Like, I thought this stuff got pulled down.
Not anymore, dude.
Instagram is like,
It gets shot back up either way super fast.
Yeah, it
It
doesn't
can
matter.
only get taken down if people report it, you know?
oh yeah, it's like nobody's reporting that. It's
No.
like,
Yeah, that's why you gotta have that
Yeah.
core following. People always gonna fuck with
That's
you.
why Ant
with
keeps,
it. I fuck
you know,
with it.
recording videos with his fucking penis out.
Yeah. No, just to fly down. I'm going to
Yeah.
eventually pull a nut out and try to
Yeah.
slide it by. So
the
it's
ball.
like,
That only
Bro.
ants.
Only ants.
huh?
Only ants.
Oh, yeah, like OnlyFans, but only ants.
Now I hate it.
Yeah.
so yeah. So how was the? What's the structure of the podcast gonna be like? You and like certain, you have co-hosts or like how's that gonna work?
Oh, I'm just going to like do episodes and get people on it.
You
So
gotta have
just
an
you're the
ant
host
suit.
with a new guest every time.
Yeah, like I'm the
Okay.
leader of the anthill, you know?
But you're the only ant, right?
Well, I
He's
mean,
the queen.
He's the queen ant.
yeah, I'm the queen
But yeah,
bee.
so like no co-host type shit.
Nah, I mean, like, there'll probably be, I don't know, there might end up being, like, people that are, like, more regular on there or eventually. Because at first, I just want to do, like, me and one other person, just kind of, like, whatever, like, chop it up with somebody. And at some point, I mean, it might be fun to, like, I don't know, like, right here with us, like, this is fun. Getting, like, multiple people on and,
Yeah.
like, you know, yeah.
Fuck with it.
You should get him on and then be like, dude,
I'm going to get
is there
me.
anything else that you want to say?
He was
before we
telling me
go?
some shit like
and then he'll be like, I beat you up once.
He literally told me to say that. I was like, bro, I probably won't say it.
Dude, is there anything
It would be
that you
funnier,
wanna-
though, if you beat me up and I didn't remember it. Because, like, that means you, like, really beat the shit out of me.
Bro, yeah, could you
Oh, I
imagine
get it.
if you beat
Nah,
him up to the point where
The
like
crazy part
he
is I
lost
remember
the
now, but
memory?
in that moment I didn't really remember. But I really remember once I realized that you hung out with Brittany,
Yeah.
and I think you like lived like by her type shit.
Neighbors.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so now that we're here,
She's been
and-
sending me a lot of pictures. She'll just randomly send me
pics.
pictures
Yeah.
of me and her
lips.
like from like a while ago. Wait,
And
wait,
it's- is that the
First thing
pussy
you really
lips?
say into the microphone?
Yeah, I was just like,
I know Brandon's been so quiet. He's like, yeah, I liked his special. It was cool. I was there. Pussy lips.
Just spread.
I'm comfortable now, dog.
But yeah,
He's got his ankle up on the seat cushion.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he does. He's
out
got
here
his
committing
ankles out.
haram.
you're the first
Oh,
person
yeah.
to do that. But I fuck with that.
Yeah,
with
respectfully.
that.
If you want me to.
Oh, you're good. You're good, bro. You can lay down if you want. We up, man.
All right, so since we're all here and we're all friends
Yeah,
at
we're
this
all
point
queer.
now, what was the backstory? Why did he beat you up?
Yeah, what's
If
going
you
on?
remember that, you're a psychopath.
That's what I-
you got a good ass
No,
memory.
Ant's definitely a psychopath.
Brittany told me.
Oh, Brittany's definitely a psychopath. So she probably remember.
Yeah, hey, what's her last name? Let's use her full
Yeah, whole
government.
government.
Let's not.
Her
Let's
whole
not. Let's not.
government.
Let's not.
Brittany Jenkins.
You were picking on
I don't know if that's a real
That
last
actually
name.
is a real person I think out here.
Oh, obviously, I'm sure. Jenkins is a very common last name, but I don't know if it's her.
You got that. You got it. You got it.
Brittany Phillips.
No, I don't know what Brittany.
But
I'm just
yeah,
gonna
we
keep
got
saying
real
last
history
names.
on this
Yeah, we're
show.
gonna
This
get
is
it right.
real day one shit. This is like, you know.
He's
what
like,
I
yo,
mean?
stop guessing last names. It could actually be her. I want to hear this.
We were picking with him one day, and one day his mom and him came to your house.
It wasn't my mom.
She said it was his mom. She
Now
was
you got me
so
looking like a
mad
bitch just for defending. It wasn't my mom.
Bro, why did you say it with that
Can
tone?
I
the
also,
first
can I
time,
also
too?
take the
No,
credit?
you
Can I
got you
also-
looking
can
like a bitch.
Am I Cupid? Did I connect you guys?
He
Can
did.
I get that title?
Those
Can
are fists of
Can I
love.
get those flowers? Do I have those
If
flowers?
he hadn't beat you up,
You wouldn't have this relationship.
you'd be out here fucking lonely, fapping away the winter.
Yeah, it would.
to those feet pics on Instagram.
Yeah, that's the algorithm, dog. Your algorithm.
Still on Tinder.
After that, right?
Shut
Hey.
up. Whose side are you on?
Stop playing. They don't want to give me the title. It's okay. It's
We
okay.
want to meet cute
I'll carry
story.
this. I'll carry it on my own.
Don't I know you from the Off-World podcast? I was
That's a great opening line. That's the best pickup
That's
line.
what you
Yeah,
said?
Come on.
That's what you said?
Yeah, I mean, I say stuff like that.
Was she on the podcast?
I heard.
she
was sitting right
used to
there.
come to, behind the scenes all the time.
I was like, oh, that's the boy from the podcast. No.
Well, I didn't know if you were like ever like on this side and you were like, oh, aren't you on the pod? You just recognized her.
You know, me and Avery did an actual podcast one time, and like her family got really mad about something. And we ain't got to go into it, but that's why I told her she can't be on the podcast anymore.
Yeah, Avery said she hates her family.
No, she ain't say that. She ain't say that.
That's crazy because Avery said she hates my family too. She was like,
Avery
oh,
said
those
she hates
dirty
me before.
whites.
Yeah.
Nah, so for people who don't know, this is actually Avery's first time in the studio in a while. She was behind the scenes for like a lot of episodes and coming up. We got into a petty argument about something. We didn't talk for a little bit, but
Your mom was
we cool now.
I haven't seen you in so long. I was like,
Oh, yeah. All right.
I told her
let's
we were
hear the
talking
rest of
about
the
something.
story.
Yeah.
So Ant brought some lady that wasn't his mom.
Who was this lady,
my
first of all?
mom.
Because
Was it your
got my
aunt or some
mom.
shit?
No, it wasn't.
You rolled up on his house? He should have fucking shot you, dog. Fuck
He
beating
was
your
within
ass.
his goddamn
You fucking walk
rights.
up on my doorstep with a lady that ain't your mom being like, he gonna hood me.
I really don't
bro, I
remember all
put two in
this.
your chest. Fuck you on principle.
I think it might have been my dad. Cause nah, dude. Cause you're not just gonna say that I pulled up
I'm just fucking
with my mom.
What you're not gonna do?
It was my nana, okay?
She still has some pep in her step that day.
Yeah, like real neighborhood shit, neighborhood violence.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know
All
what
right,
I'm
so let's hear it. All right.
Yeah,
Hey,
we're not
all right,
getting to the meat of the story.
Yeah, so who's the mystery woman?
There is no mystery woman. I got in trouble by my mom and my dad.
The neighbor came with him.
Neighbor.
No, I was playing. I don't
I
know.
was about to say you solicited
So
extra help.
Brittany said you were picking on him. And
I
then
got beat up in a one-on-one.
this wasn't the day y'all had the fight, but at some point,
Yo,
your mom
And look, also, Brittany could be lying.
beer was
She could make shit up.
Brittany don't sound honest, to be honest.
I think we need to get Brittany on here.
Yeah, bring her out, everybody.
All right, everybody, we got a big surprise for you today. Brittany is actually in the studio. Brittany.
Coming up next. We'll come back right after
Dude.
commercial. We got Brittany coming
awesome
on.
Jerry Springer shit. What if she came in and was like, bitch, I never even fucking said that
But like,
shit.
listen, and first of all, that was your mother.
She
Don't
starts
take
taking
a lie.
off.
First of all, I know it was. It was-
take the earrings off.
Bro, hold up. First of all, it was Slumber Parties by Rachel.
Yeah, well,
I seen the
but
band.
yeah, man. Like, I don't know. I mean, do you still go to venue on 35th?
Sometimes.
Because I think I said this before,
You got
but they
banned.
got the best sound system, bro. I don't mean to cut it off from that. We know it was his mother. He was lying the whole time, but the venue on 35th has the best sound system.
But what was
No
the?
bullshit.
All right, they got a great sound system.
Yeah, fuck
I
the
wanna get
venue.
Back to the juice. What was the beef?
I'm trying to say
We didn't like each other.
Did
I don't
you
know
steal his
why, dude.
Pokemon cards or
I
some
can't
shit?
give you any information because I really don't remember. Like,
What do you want me to remember about when I was 10, dude?
It was just Animal Kingdom beef. He
I
had
was younger than
territory.
10. I wasn't in 5th grade. Dude, we must have been like 7.
Y'all was children.
bro? This is neighborhood violence. Like, we're trying to,
Yo, I will-
move past this.
I'm not aware of neighborhood.
We don't
will
agree
say-
with violence.
Yeah, one time I was all right. They're not ever gonna see it, but I was hanging out with some buddies. Like, so my best friend in high school.
I feel like they're gonna see
They
it.
huh?
They're gonna probably see it now that you,
Nah,
now
dude,
that you
it's
said
all
that.
right. Nah.
Watch this shit just go viral and shit for no reason.
I
They
would,
see it,
dude,
like,
I would
bro,
laugh so hard.
We fucking
All right,
seen
so
that shit.
I was chilling. My best friend Oliver had a little brother named Will, and we're so tight. We were like family, and I used to tell people like his little brother was my little brother, whatever. We were over there one time, and their cousin came over. It was this fat kid. He was like real country, and he had like this thick ass accent. We were outside, and he started fucking with Will, and Will was like 8 years old, and he had a scooter, and their cousin kept like using the scooter and like wouldn't let him use it, and they started fighting, and Will grabbed the scooter and fucking swung it at him, and it fucking spun around and hit him in the head and fucking knocked him out. And he was just laying in the
Wait,
middle
hit
of the
himself
street
in the head,
crying. No, he hit his cousin with it.
Okay.
Like his cousin kept taking the scooter from him, so he swung it and it hit him and knocked him out. And he started crying, and he was laying in the middle of the street. And then we all just dipped back to the house.
Damn.
And then we're just chilling there, fucking hanging out. And then his cousin comes in crying, and all the grown-ups got pissed and shit. And then his cousin was like explaining what happened. He goes, he hit me in the head with the scooter. Damn, dude. And we were like, no, he didn't. So we lied to have his little brother's back.
Scooters are actually kind of wave now. People doing
Bro.
backflips on them and shit.
I like when people eat shit on them. It's funny to me. I like watching people get hurt. Whack ass scooter.
They're building
jumps.
They're building a new park. I want to say where
Pussy
Miko's
Park.
was, skate park, because they closed that shit down. Something like that.
If you get hurt on a scooter, it's way funnier than on a skateboard.
Oh yeah.
Bro, them shits.
Nah,
hurt.
to me,
You
honestly-
clip your ankle on a scooter.
Oh yeah,
those
oh,
hurt.
Oh yeah.
The
And that's like the
metal,
only
on your
move you
shin.
can do where you like, you know, you do the little.
Do the
little twisty,
the little
yeah.
skip
Twist. No, I'm
jump.
telling you, bro, people doing front flips, back flips,
Bro, but
crazy shit. Like,
when that shit hits your ankle bone, and you just hear
Oh,
that
yeah.
cling. Ping.
bro, I used to be super into inline skating, like rollerblades.
Oh,
That was my shit, bro. I used to watch all the movies. Like there was like a Disney Channel movie.
Brink.
I used to go around the neighborhood.
Were you a soul
Brink?
skater?
Nah, Brink was hard. I think.
Were you a soul skater? Or
I don't know. I can't remember what that is.
were you on Team X Blades?
I don't think so. I
Those
think
are the
I think
two.
I was like.
Those
I
are the
feel like
two
I was like
teams
a.
in Brink.
Yeah, I was like a
What?
lone wolf.
Oh,
Yeah.
Break?
Brink.
Brink? What is?
I think you're correct. I think no. There's a movie called Brink. I'm pretty sure.
Brink.
Yeah, I
Oh,
remember
you're
that.
talking about a movie.
The skate movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't
On
watch
Disney
that
Channel.
because
Yeah.
Pussy
You weren't-
boy.
Bro,
you're
you
busy
didn't
getting
skate,
beat up.
bro. And I used to go to the skating rink like every Wednesday. I was like the only inline skater in there. Everybody was on like the shit
Dude.
with the square joints.
I was really big in the Mighty Ducks movies when I was a kid. Those were like
Yeah.
my shit. So I used to like do hockey and stuff. But I also had like inline skates. But I remember I went to a skate park one time and all the skateboard kids kept calling me Fruit Booter. Because I had
Wait, what?
They were called because they used all the skateboard kids would refer to fucking rollerblade kids as fruit booters.
yeah, because it's gay.
Because
I guess I get it. Yeah, like the
I
skater
showed
dudes,
up
yeah.
and a bunch of teenage. I was like maybe like 9 or 10. I showed up with my fucking with my sick ass dude. I had my fucking good skates on, and I showed up ready to fucking ride the fucking ramp and get my shit on. And these dudes kept calling me Fruit Booter from across the fucking skate park,
You were fruit booting with the mighty cucks.
dude. You know what's crazy though? I was at the park with my mom because my mom brought me, and I didn't get her to walk up on those kids with me.
I'll hit it.
And he wasn't afraid to claim his mother.
Yeah, it was my mama in that story. And
Yeah,
she tried to be like, "You want me to say something?" I was like, "No."
but I bet she did.
But thank you for offering.
She was like, "He's not gay. Skating's cool."
Shout out to skating, man. That was a good spot. School got out on early on Wednesdays, so we used to go there with the bus. Skate. The skating rink is actually where I really got my love for music. Where I realized that different music has different effects on people. Like you in the skating rink skating, you going in a circle. It's not much to do but go in a circle. But when that certain song come on, you skate a little faster. It's different.
That was deep.
Yeah, that was passion right there.
White people don't know anything about rhythm.
Nah, you've been seeing the memes about white people. It's like white people had rhythm when the Coke was pure, and it's like the '80s white people dancing. It's like they're
Hell
killing
yeah.
it.
All those old school whites at Studio 54 just fucking each other.
Hell yeah. They had Quaaludes and shit, man. Maybe we brought Quaaludes back. That would help.
No, it wouldn't. Kazi's trying to go on tour again.
Oh,
He
shit.
Oh, dude, I forgot
got
about
merch,
that.
y'all. He
Bro,
got
see,
merch.
so he's innocent, right? We can say that now, right?
I ain't saying that.
I think he's just
Not-
super
I
old. They let
mean-
him off.
Bro, I can't wait to open
Is he
for him.
guilty?
We'll be able to tell by his jokes. I think he'll give it
Bro,
away. He'll give it away.
What
in
is
his
rape
jokes.
really?
Dude, if I go
What
to
do
a
you
Cosby
say?
show and he
I was-
opens
I
up with
was
like, I
just-
was drugging this bitch, right?
Dude, how wild would it be? Dude,
I don't know.
could you
man.
imagine? He just goes on stage and he's like, "But I was just a victim of circumstance, you see?
Man.
What really happened was
He was locked up for a little minute though. It's
He
been
said,
like
I
3-4
passed
years.
out and she was fucking sucking my dick. Boo.
What? Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know.
With
I thought he was like,
Margaritas
I was
and
like,
he's
yeah, like
cool.
evidence came out. He's innocent. I don't know.
I don't know about that.
Only getting out because of like some technical.
It was a technicality,
Yeah,
yeah.
loophole.
Somebody said some shit apparently, and they were like, "Hey, you won't go to prison for this."
I mean, it's
Yeah, if he really
but-
did it, that's definitely, you know what I'm saying? That's
He did. There's not.
okay. That's
Hey,
fucked
but I
up,
will
yeah,
say
like-
the funniest shit
is.
about him going to jail was when they were all
Threw a
those fucking-
burrito at him.
No, all the posts and videos of fucking people being. They said that he was getting hot dogs thrown at him
why
with
hot
stale
dogs?
buns.
Y'all see that?
Stale-
Y'all see
stale
that? You see the
buns.
hot dog reel we dropped today? The late night glizzy run.
Late night glizzy run.
Yeah.
Nah.
Let me show you this.
Was
real
Bill
quick.
there?
Did he buy those hot dogs?
Definitely not. No, he didn't. He didn't.
This thing going to the cookout? Like, how-
Let me show y'all this real quick.
Bro, but for real though,
While we on hot dogs.
Bill Cosby just getting rocked with fucking stale hot dogs.
Might as well
Yeah.
be
Pew,
rocks.
pew,
Yeah, you take these wieners you didn't ask
pew,
for.
pew.
See how you like it.
Yeah, bro, just went on a late night glizzy run. You know what I'm saying?
The music.
So sensual.
You got to put this in the small frame on the video.
Should I? I could.
Yeah, let them know. What's
I don't really
going
do that on podcasts, but I could though.
on. Yeah,
That's
Drop it in, dude. Picture in picture.
Drop that bitch in.
yeah. Give
Yeah,
it that
drop
extra
in
razzle
on your
dazzle.
roller skates.
I was about to say, but we're starting these new segments. I haven't even really named them yet, but we're just gonna be doing random shit. So like, have an artist doing a random activity and then narrate it and just shoot it in a cool way. So this is the first one, bro. Just went on a late night glizzy run, bought like a bunch of hot dogs, had fun doing it. And on the next one, I'll say it on here because I mean, but it's like so then I'll tell you the next one too.
I
So
don't see it.
Okay. Dude,
Yeah.
that's funny.
So you're like
Shit like that.
romanticizing these like basic like.
No, they're all gonna have different vibes. This one's just that's the vibe for this one. The next one's gonna be we'll just do a little Motley, and it's gonna be like a shot like an action movie, like shaky cam, suspenseful music, like intense, and he's gonna be behind a bush with some binoculars, like creeping and shit, on somebody, and then his narration is gonna be like he's gonna be talking shit about whoever he's looking at, like how they are not getting money for real, like yeah, word they ain't getting no money, like I'm doing this shit way crazier, like kind of just hype like that. And then at the end, it's gonna cut to a POV shot through like some binoculars, and it's gonna be Larry on the other end, like looking at him through some binoculars. And that's the end of it. But like, so they're all gonna have like different vibes, different energies. Like this one's gonna be like intense, like suspenseful type shit. Then so this first one was like, this is really Kieran's idea. I was saying something at the grocery store. He's like, what if he was just buying a bunch of glizzies? I'm like, you know what? Let me think about that for a sec.
It is funny.
That might be it.
It's very obscure.
But it's really funny because there's such a stereotype in hip hop about fucking hot dogs. Like it's gay. You
It's
can't
weird.
eat a hot dog, bro. If you eat a hot dog at the function,
only burgers at the cookout.
So, yeah. But you gotta
he
hold the
single-handedly
burger-
broke the stereotype.
Just to make sure that you don't look gay, you gotta hold the burger sideways and lick between the buns.
Yeah.
Bro,
This is pussy, bro.
I thought you were
This is
saying to not
pussy.
look
This is
gay, you have to
pussy,
eat
bro.
the
This is
hot
pussy,
dog
bro.
sideways.
This is pussy, bro.
though.
Sense. Why are you licking the ketchup off of that hamburger? It's period.
Yeah, that's never gonna stop me.
Yeah.
Bro, ain't no
yeah.
ketchup ever held me back.
Yeah, so we're doing these new, like we're trying these new segments, and the point is just to have like random content, kind of really trying to go viral with it, like some shit that's eye catching.
That's
like,
cool.
You know, like
It's shot really well. It looks dope.
Yeah, for sure.
bro shot it. Shot to Karen Biru.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He on it. He trap MP4s.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Like MP4 files. Like, video.
yeah. So confused.
Can you use that as an official slogan? I trap
Trap
MP4s. MP4 is like a video file.
Yeah.
It might actually not be a real MP4.
You
Is it?
trap
What is
in
it?
MP4s?
Like
I thought you said trapping
trapping is like
P4s, like
hustling,
those little
selling stuff.
protein snack packs.
Like yeah, I trap weed. You can say I trap.
I get that,
I
I
trap
get
shit,
that.
but he traps MP4s. You know.
Yeah, that's cool.
Videos.
Videos. Yeah. He shoots videos. So also, I don't know, like if you need somebody like to shoot ever content or something. Yeah, link with bro.
So if I'm using it correctly, would it be appropriate to say
This fucking
we
guy.
trap comedy?
Yeah, you trap comedy.
Yeah, comedy
you trap
trap.
jokes. You trap jokes.
Okay.
Yeah, you be joke trapping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Way to
Trapping
go,
for
Brandon.
punchlines, man.
Yeah, trapping out the clothes.
But look, I fuck with it. We like an hour and 15 in. I don't know if you guys want to touch on anything else. You know what I'm saying? We can wrap this up. Like if you guys want to
That doesn't matter to me.
say, do you guys have any shows coming up or something? Anything people should know about?
I got a bunch of shit coming up.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
We're all on a show together on the 26th in Richmond. Our buddy Charlie, he's putting that together.
Yeah.
Aren't we all on a show together next week in Charlottesville?
Yes.
Aren't you on that?
Yeah,
The
Yeah.
18th.
at a sake brewery. What,
Yeah, North
tell
American
Nick.
Sake in Charlottesville.
Yeah.
Tell him, Nate.
It's a hike, but where's most of your like listeners
This area. South
in
Park
this
Seven.
area? All right,
Yeah.
cool. I got a show at Granby Theater February 4th with Natalie Cuomo and Dan Lamort. It'll be me. It's just like me and them, and I'm trying to sell tickets. So pull up.
Where are they from?
They're both like New York comics. They're both pretty big, honestly. Like Natalie just put out an album. She's got like a podcast and shit, and then her and Dan just got engaged. But I'm doing a show. I'm doing a show with them here on the 4th, and then I'm doing a show in Charlottesville at the Southern with them the day before.
Hell yeah.
And then you and I got that. Well, it's a ways out. Never mind. Whatever.
Which one?
That the first responder show at the Funny Bone on the March 23rd.
That's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm gonna be hosting. He's gonna be featuring on it at the Funny Bone.
Matter of fact, I guess you're hosting tomorrow. Well, this not gonna be out in time for real. Yeah.
Nah, I mean I'm still hosting at Kazi's this weekend.
Yeah.
He'd be
Yeah,
back.
you are. Roach free zone over
What
there.
else is going on?
Bro,
Yeah,
they're
we
gonna
have
handle
Charlottesville.
they need to handle that roach problem.
I do have a Poor Girls show coming up in the beginning of February 10th.
Yeah. I think you were doing that last time you were here too, right?
Yeah, that's been going on. I run that show every other month. That's a really good show. It almost always sells out. So that's in at Poor Girls in Hampton. It's like a bar in Hampton, but they have like an upstairs space. And I mean, I just
Turn the upstairs into a comedy club.
book
for
a
the night.
comedy show up there. Yeah, it just becomes basically a little comedy club in Hampton for the night.
Are you still hosting your open mic?
Open mic? No, I just do the show now.
Yeah.
Open mic? I don't know.
Me and Ant are gonna start a show.
We absolutely should start a riff show.
Like a live show?
Yeah, like a open
Like a
mic, but
showcase.
like just playing around.
Oh yeah. Do that shit. We've been thinking about doing something. I don't know if I'm ready for it or if it's time yet, but I kind of like the idea of some point doing like almost on some late night shit, like a real live show, like a live podcast. Have guests. Maybe like performers or some shit. Have different guest hosts on, like talking shit.
That'd be rad. You could find a venue that would
Like a real live show out here, and I want the place to have like good food where people come out, literally have a drink, order like some good food, and see some like entertainment. Definitely not.
Yeah,
gonna
the
do it
Cats
there.
got good food though,
They do.
and they're on
They
DoorDash.
have no chicken starters
They're on DoorDash.
Yeah, Avery will DoorDash from there, but she lives like right down the street.
all the time.
Bro.
Yeah, I just go pick.
I didn't know that was a thing at all. For real, for real.
DoorDash the cat.
Yeah,
Sick.
yeah. I bet.
But now he's an
that
honest
was
man.
Good. That was good.
Took me a while to get a good one,
That
but
was good.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fuck off. Up the DoorDash cat.
Yeah, you could probably order that shit off Instagram now.
Probably.
The cat.
No, but it's for real on DoorDash. 100%.
Yeah.
I used to stay right up the street from there, and it was on DoorDash.
Yeah. Shout out. They got some great chicken sliders. Hell yeah. Hey, do you want to add something, bro?
I have another show on the 26th of January in Hopewell, Virginia, the Busy Bee Comedy Showcase, and that's all I got so far. But I'm, like I said earlier, I'm trying to get more shit out there.
Yeah.
Ooh. Me and Ant got some shit that's about to drop, but if you follow us on social media, it'll be posted by the time this comes out. I feel like I can't say exactly what it is yet, but it'll be up in a couple days.
Hell yeah.
Give us a tease.
We're on a
No.
show.
Okay, there you go.
I fuck with it. Hell yeah. Look, I appreciate you guys for sliding, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Oh yeah, already. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. Definitely catch these guys live somewhere in the city. All their links will be in the description. And yeah, peace.